There are millions of skateboarders out there, including countless professionals, but some are either loved or hated by the public because of their actions. Today, we're taking a closer look at a few of the most controversial figures in skateboarding, starting with one of the most hated skateboarders, Steve Barah. Steve Barah is the co-founder of the Barracks and a retired professional skateboarder. But the reason many people in the skate community dislike him is because of his toxic actions. One major example is when he used a fake street spot in a street video part, which is considered disrespectful to street skating, as it goes against the raw and real essence of what street skating represents.
I was conflicted.
50% of his part is literally like made up spots.
Exactly.
When Barah created the Barracks with Eric Coston, it was seen as a kind of holy grail where only the best of the best got to skate. Barah always claimed that he was as core as it gets, but over time, the Barracks started inviting TikTokers and obvious posers. Their Instagram began featuring tricks from people who clearly didn't know how to skate, including girls who were only learning, which rubbed the core skate community the wrong way. On top of that, the Barracks became heavily associated with one of the most hated brands in skateboarding, Cariuma. Cariuma's ads and posters were plastered all over the Barracks. The most controversial move of all was when Barah sold half of the Barracks to Hypebeast, a move many saw as selling out. To make things worse, Barah was accused of underpaying his filmers and staff, a claim made public when one of his own filmers uploaded a YouTube video exposing the situation.
About that situation, he ended up trying to buy me off so that I could take down the previous video.
He says he promised these companies 5 videos per week. In exchange for that, these companies would send him the gear itself, which, holy shit, dude. That's not how you do business, especially if you're going to be uploading them through a site that is as big as the Barracks.
Next up is Nigel Houston. Despite his massive success, being a 7-time Street League Super Crown champion, winning 15 X Games gold medals, and earning a bronze medal in the 2024 Paris Olympics, Nigel Houston is still one of the most hated skateboarders in the industry. There's no denying his skill. Nigel is one of the greatest to ever do it. But over the years, he's been surrounded by a lot of controversies. While none of the accusations have had solid proof, when you're on top, people will always try to tear you down. Nigel is also hated for the way he skates. In skateboarding, it's not just about how hard your tricks are, it's also about how stylishly and naturally you do them. Many skaters feel like Nigel's skating lacks soul or creativity, and that his skating is more robotic than expressive.
The skate community can be so hypocritical at times, and Nigel is a great example. He's just as unique as anyone else, but because he isn't unique in the way that skaters like, they hate him.
Finally, we have Ryan Sheckler. Ryan Sheckler is a professional skateboarder who won his first X Games medal at the age of 13. Soon after, he got his own MTV reality show, which exposed a lot of his personal life and eventually took a toll on his mental health. But the reason Ryan is often hated in the skate community is because of how commercialized his image became. He had more mainstream sponsorships than almost any other skater. The real backlash came when he lied in a Thrasher interview about backside flipping El Toro, an iconic 20-stair spot.
This is what I heard, that you backside flipped El Toro, yes or no?
Yes.
You did.
Claiming a trick you never did is a huge deal in skating, and it made people feel like he was disrespecting the culture. Since then, Ryan has admitted to his mistake.
Phelps comes up to me. I'm like flustered that Phelps wants to talk to me, and did you backside flip El Toro?
Yeah.
And dude, to be honest with you, like my head was screaming no, but like, cause Phelps was there, like I don't know, like I knew I was lying.
Right.
I knew I was lying. And I was like, yeah, I did it. This is probably the biggest lesson I've learned in my life in skateboarding, was that interview.
Okay.
Was the power of what one lie can do.
He was young, caught up in celebrity life, and the fame from the MTV show definitely messed with him. Most people have moved on, and many now recognize that he's grown from it. While some skateboarders face hate and controversy, there are others who are nearly universally respected and admired for their style, dedication, and character. These skaters aren't just known for what they do on a board, but also for who they are as people. Let's take a look at some of the most loved skateboarders in the industry. First up, Luan Alivera. Luan Alivera is a professional skateboarder from Brazil, known worldwide for having one of the cleanest styles and highest pop in skateboarding history.
Luan's just stylish, man, like how he does his tricks.
Luan is probably one of the more technical skateboarders in Street League.
Flip trick master, also really consistent, lots of pop and good style. I think he gets a a lot of points for his.
He grew up in a tough environment.
Kids, like they were like 13 years old, and they had like guns and everything.
But his love for skating and relentless work ethic helped him rise to the top. What makes Luan so loved is not just his incredible skill, but his dedication and humility. He's always pushing himself, always smiling, and always grateful. Even though he rides for one of the most hated brands in skateboarding, people still love him because of the way he carries himself and how much respect he shows to the culture. His story, from growing up in Brazil to becoming one of the world's best, is nothing short of inspiring.
He's not like a good skater that has like 50% of haters, and you know, he has like 99% of likers. I don't know.
Next, Shane ONeal. Shane is often described as the most technical skater with the cleanest style and always in control. But what truly sets him apart is his kindness and humility. He's never been involved in any drama or controversy. Shane stays out of the spotlight unless he's dropping a mind-blowing part. Behind the scenes, he's just as respectable. He founded April Skateboards, not just as a passion project, but to support friends and talented skaters, especially those who were struggling financially or lacked industry support. In a world where ego can run wild, Shane is laid back, down to earth, and constantly pushing skateboarding forward. Finally, Yuto Horigome. Yuto Horigome became a global sensation when he won the first ever Olympic gold medal in skateboarding at the Tokyo 2020 Games. Born and raised in Japan, Yuto has a flawless style, insane consistency, and the ability to make the hardest tricks look like a walk in the park. But beyond the talent, what people love most about him is his quiet confidence, respect for skateboarding, and humble attitude. Even with international fame, Yuto still comes off as just a kid who loves skating. He respects the culture, the roots, and the legends who came before him, earning the respect of both core skaters and new fans alike. While controversy will always exist in skateboarding, skaters like Luan Alivera, Shane ONeal, and Yuto Horigome prove that greatness can be achieved with heart, humility, and love for the craft.